Right, I want to get a view now from operationally on the ground. Adam Bouloukos is the Director of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency. Thank you very much for coming on the programme.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Can you give us an idea of some of the challenges of the United Nations and other organisations operating in Jenin camp over the last 2 days?
Sure. First, I should say that Jenin camp, the Jenin refugee camp, is a very densely populated place. It's about a half a square kilometre. There's some 25,000 residents. And the intensity of the Israeli incursion is such that nearly almost all buildings will be damaged in some way. Roadworks have been damaged, water systems, electricity. We don't even know the extent of the damage. We have bits and pieces of videos. We have not gained full access as a UN country team yet, although we did have a mission to the Jenin town just outside of the camp today, where we saw thousands of people who had fled the camp with stories and videos of what they had seen on their escape.
And given some of the challenges, just want to talk about some of the language being used here. A refuge for terrorism is how the Israelis have described Jenin camp. Is that accurate?
That's their description of this. I mean, it's not to say that there aren't armed actors in the West Bank, Palestinian armed actors. We know that. And there are armed actors in refugee camps. We're part of the community. These refugee camps are there are 19 of them that we help to support. UNRWA doesn't run them. We just support them with medical services, education, relief, social services, infrastructure. But of course, they're part of a community. They're part of a community that's under occupation and has been for decades.
Okay.
So certainly.
And coming from the other point of view, attacks on infrastructure, hospitals, example, can be classified as war crimes. Do you think that is worthy of an investigation here?
I think all of these deaths and all of this violence is worthy of investigation. Now, in UNRWA, we document these things. The United Nations also documents what happens. We write letters of protest to the Israeli government. We hope that they're investigated. There was an attack on this hospital. It was a municipal hospital in Jenin town today, where people were, of course, seeking medical attention coming out of the camp. And then there were a series of shots fired and tear gas canisters. In fact, the emergency ward of the hospital had to relocate to another part of the hospital in order to provide health services. So should this be investigated? Of course it should be. It's not UNRWA that does it as a UN agency. We're here to provide operational support and delivery of services to a refugee population until there is a just solution to this conflict.
Adam Bouloukos, thank you very much for coming on the programme. Thank you.
Thank you very much.